Let's talk about soul ties, or as they're commonly referred to as soul contracts. We're going to talk about sexual, spiritual, emotional, physical, and social soul ties again, or they're commonly called or referred to as sexual contracts. First, we're going to discuss auras. What are auras? What is a soul tie? Why is it so hard to break them? Can soul ties be broken? What are some of the prayers that's going to help us to break these soul contracts? Stay tuned. First things first, what is aura, or what is an aura? It's the first thing that people sense when they meet you. Your aura is unique to you. Unlike your fingerprints, your aura is continually shifting according to your emotions, your health, and state of mind. There are 7 layers of your aura. The first layer, or the first 3 that are closest to the body, are the etheric, the emotional, and mental subtle bodies. They represent your lower chakras and the physical realm. The middle auric layer is connected to your heart chakra and serves as a gateway to the upper chakras and divine energies. Your 3 outermost auric layers, the etheric template, celestial, and the etheric subtle bodies, represent your upper chakras and are related to the spiritual realm. Let's go through each and every one of those, because the distance of a person in your universe or your aura is very, very important, right? And the distance that you have in theirs is very, very important. That's where the exchange begins, long before there's any sexual intercourse, okay? Auric layer number 1, that's the etheric body. That is your root chakra. The etheric body is the closest to your physical body and typically extends outward 1 to 3 inches. It is related to your root chakra and is primarily about your health and tribe, as well as your beliefs about both. Very important, right? Remember, 1 to 3 inches outward from your body, right? Your root chakra, right? Someone's in that area. That's pretty close, right? The second layer is your emotional body. That's your sacral chakra. The emotional body resides about 2 to 3 inches off the body and is related to your sacral chakra and all your emotions, including unprocessed feelings from the past. This layer shifts as your mood shifts. The third auric layer is your mental body. That's your solar plexus chakra. The mental body resides about 3 to 8 inches off the body and is related to your solar plexus chakra and all your mental processes, your ideas, and judgments. This layer is connected to both the conscious and subconscious mind and will reveal any self-doubts or limiting beliefs. The fourth auric layer is your astral body, or your heart chakra. The astral body typically spreads out about 1 foot off the body and is related to the heart chakra. It represents our feelings of peace, love, connection to others, and we will reveal if we have grief or hardened heart. That fifth auric layer, the etheric template. The etheric template usually extends about 1.5 to 2 feet from the body and is related to the throat chakra. It is where all manifestation begins. The template is the name of the body, refers to the spiritual blueprint that outlines everything that will manifest into the world through the etheric plane. That sixth auric layer is the brow chakra. That's the celestial body, the brow chakra. The celestial auric layer is normally about 2 to 2.5 feet off the body and is related to the third eye chakra. It's associated with higher perception and intuition and your unconditional love for all beings everywhere. That last auric layer, the casual body, which is called our crown chakra, the casual layer typically extends out as far as 3 feet and is related to the crown chakra. This layer vibrates more quickly than all the others. It imparts a deep knowing and sense of unity with everything. Hopefully this is starting to make sense to you all, why it's so important to protect your energy. Now, what is a soul tie? It's a spiritual connection or bond between 2 or more people. People who come into your life affect you on a sexual, which results in sexual intercourse. Spiritual brings you closer to God. Emotional, feeling comfortable enough to share deep feelings and experiences with someone, physical and social. You feel close enough to a person to become friends on that level. In short, the bond ties two or more souls together in the spiritual realm. Now let's talk about a sexual soul tie, because that seems sometimes to be the most difficult contract to break, right? So the masculine aspect is related to physically releasing energy that relates to procreation and the survival of one's lineage. This is very, very, very important. Notice I'm not saying hetero or homosexual couples. I'm saying the masculine aspect, right? The divine masculine. The feminine aspect is related to the intimacy, emotional connection, and pleasure. We're talking about the root chakra, that's the masculine, and then the feminine is the sacral chakra. That's that first and second chakras from your base of your spine and then also the second one, which is your pelvic bowl, right? This is the joining of two or more universes and exchanging vibrations, intelligence, traumas, emotions, karma, etc. So imagine engaging in sex with a person and you are taking on, or you are absorbing their vibrations, they're absorbing yours, they're absorbing your intelligence and you're absorbing theirs. You're absorbing their traumas, and you don't know how many generations their traumas go back, and then vice versa. You're absorbing their emotions, but also they're absorbing yours. Karma, you don't know how deep those karmic ties go, exchanging there, etc. Get the point? Now, how do you know if you have a soul tie with a person? One, you can't stop thinking about the person to the level of almost obsession. You just can't stop thinking about them, right? Here's the beautiful thing about this. When we have, and this is why I talk so much about moon phases on my tarot card channel, is because the beautiful thing about the moon, it is aligned to our feelings, our subconscious habits, our moods, emotions, our feelings. You'll know right around full moon what you need to release, right? And so that's why this is so important. So when I talk to people and they tell me, I just can't stop thinking about this person, there's probably a contract that you're not even aware of. So that's why I'm trying to help you with this, right? Another question to help you know whether you have a soul tie with a person is, you feel like you've known them forever. Some of you all may seem like, oh, that's not a bad thing. But what about if you're trying to disconnect from them? You're trying to release them so that you can create space for your new person to come in, your new soul tribe, or your new love interest, or your new job, or your new money, or new whatever energies you want to come in. So another way is you feel connected with them on a deeper level. Another thing is you can't imagine being without them. Another way is you feel trapped with them and can't figure out why, right? So again, that full moon, those full moon rituals of releasing so that you can create space or room to receive other energies, hopefully it's starting to make sense, and those things tie together. And that is the reason why I incorporate numbers and moon phases and moon cycles into my tarot card readings. Let's keep moving. I want to share some quotes with you all just so that you understand how serious these soul ties or these soul contracts are. Not just sexual, but also spiritual, emotional, physical, and social ties. Just how powerful they really are, right? So let's talk about, again, let's get back on sexual for just a second, but you can apply this to any type of a contract, a spiritual contract with a person. The first quote I have here is from Dr. William Baldwin of Spirit Releasement Therapy. This is a quote. The openness and surrender during sexual intercourse can allow the exchange of attached entities between two people. The thoughts, desires, and behaviors of an attached entity are experienced as the person's own thoughts, desires, and behaviors. The thoughts, feelings, habits, and desires do not seem foreign if they have been present for a long time, even from childhood. This is a major factor in widespread denial of the concept and lack of acceptance of the phenomena of discarnate interference in spiritual attachment, obsession, or possession. Another quote I have here is from Peter Michael from EntityAttachment.com. And I quote, "People also pick up entity attachments through sex. Sex is much more than a physical interaction. It is an energetic exchange and opening into another person on an energetic and spiritual level. The act of sex creates a connection between your energy field, which is aura, and the energy field of the person you are having sex with. When this connection is made, you will pick up or absorb whatever is attached within the other person's energy field. If you have sex with someone that it has an entity or a demon, you will absorb that entity into yourself. You will basically be making a choice to allow or invite anything within the person's energy field you are having sex to or to come into you. It is important to understand what sex actually is and what it creates beyond physical pleasure, and to choose the correct people who you want to open yourself to on that level." Here's one last quote I want to share with you all from Lisa Chase Patterson. "Pay attention to whom you share your intimate energy with. Intimacy at this level intertwines your aural energy with the aural energy of the other person. These powerful connections, regardless of how insignificant you think they are, leave spiritual debris, particularly within the person who do not practice any type of cleansing, physical, emotional, or otherwise. The more you interact intimately with someone, the deeper the connection and the more their aura is intertwined with yours. Imagine the confused aura of someone who sleeps with multiple people and carries around these multiple energies. What they may not realize is that the other person can feel that energy, which can repel positive energy and actually attract negative energy into your life." Now, how do we break ungodly soul ties? How do we do that one? And can they be broken? The answer is yes, they can be broken. Meditation is one way to break unhealthy soul ties or soul contracts. First, you want to identify who you have an unhealthy contract with, right? Or unhealthy soul tie. Again, whether it's spiritual, sexual, emotional, physical, or social, you want to identify who you have this unhealthy or ungodly contract with. You want to decide that you are going to break this connection. You're not waiting for them to close it out. You are closing it out. You are making a decision and you're standing firm on it. I have decided that I'm going to break this connection, right? Then you want to get rid of the material things relating to the person that you're tied to. You want to forgive yourself and you also want to forgive them. And you want to release it into the universe. Just release it into the universe. Remember, you're creating space for something new that you want into your life. So it doesn't matter if it's sexual, spiritual, emotional, physical, or social soul tie. You want to release that energy into the universe. And so I talk about some of the ways that you can do that on my channel, like blocking numbers, lighting sage, so on and so forth. Just pay attention to all of these things that I'm sharing with you in my readings. Also, you want to recite a prayer for breaking soul ties. There are many of them that can be found online. And I want you all to start really taking active roles in your own lives and learning how to break these soul ties. Again, they're not just sexual. They just seem to be the hardest ones for some people to, break. But there are also, like I said, other soul ties or soul contracts, spiritual, emotional, physical, and social soul ties. I want you all to take care of yourself. Be very careful out there. Again, it starts with that aura. So now hopefully it makes sense as to why we have that 6 foot distant rule and how people can find the silver lining in that instead of being upset and complaining. Why do we have to have this 6 foot distance, aside from the obvious, right? But again, when you're looking at it from this perspective, that I don't want other people in my aura. I don't want them in my universe because I don't know what energies they have attached to them and what they are contaminating me with, right? So protect yourselves. That is what I have for you all. Thank you for watching and listening. I hope this presentation helps you to break any unhealthy and ungodly soul ties. Thank you again for watching and listening. Bye.